Yeah. So usually tigers are not found in the house, but as the title say, a tiger in the house, and it is the ninth chapter of your supplementary. So let me begin. Then I shall be bringing you people also with the reading of the text. So grandfather finds a tiny tiger cub in the forest and brings him home. Grandmother calls him Timothy and brings him up like a human child. Timothy is playful and naughty. His companions are Toto, the monkey, a puppy, and other members of the household. Timothy, the tiger cub, was discovered by grandfather in the Terai jungle near Dehra. One day, when grandfather was strolling down the forest path at some distance from the rest of the party, he discovered a little tiger about 18 inches long, hiding among the intricate roots of a banyan tree. Grandfather picked him up and brought him home. He had the distinction of being the only member of the party to have bagged any game, dead or alive. At first, the tiger cub, who was named Timothy by grandmother, was brought up entirely on milk given to him in a feeding bottle by our cook Mahmood. But the milk proved too rich for him and he was put on a diet of raw mutton and cod liver oil, to be followed later by a more tempting diet of pigeons and rabbits. So, what have you people observed? As Yashmith has already read this chapter, so I'll be asking him in the, in the last part, maybe after listening to maximum of you. So, who will share his comprehension? Ma'am, the chapter has begun on the note of this, 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 this. This appears to be happening in the text as of now. We have covered only two paras, three paras rather. First para is of two line only, right? So start sharing your views. Then I will go ahead. Hmm. Yeah. Ankit, okay, this is the first and the last chance you'll be given as a tradition, all right? So that you all can be given a chance. And you people are quite the popular ones, yes or no? And you two would not like to be, be targeted by people for good reasons. Okay, begin. Where he found. And that's it. Share a bit, you're sharing everything, है ना? Include two three information so that others can also say something about it. I have just read two paragraphs only, right? So okay, Ankit has told us that like the place is clear where this all things are happening. Where is this place is Tirai. Is it a forest area? Hmm. And this comes under Dehra. Right, right. So, seems that the grandfather has found this creature, and in the very, at a very young age. So that's the reason we are addressing him as a cub. CUB. Young one of a tiger is called as a cub. Right, Karan? How are you? Have you seen a cub in real life? Yes or no? Come on, you all are sitting in front of me. All are cubs. Forgotten, right? So you all are very sweet cubs, and at your like ease, you can sometimes become human, and most of the time you become tigers. Most. All right, let's come back to the text. So, yeah. Timothy was provided. The name is Timothy. Ankit, whenever you speak something, you speak at least in such a speed that the word can be heard properly, and not only heard, you should also be, like feeling ease that yes, I have spoken Timothy as Timothy. Timothy. And the grandfather has said that the area was this, and like this, these things happen. Have you also felt? So these things can be changed when you slow down your pace of speaking, and then you know what will happen. You will sound so influencing. Your voice will create an impact. अभी वो impact जो है वो बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं आ पाता है. इम्पैक्ट अच्छा करना है तो थोड़ा सा आराम से, और जिस शब्द को जितनी देर हमें उच्चारण के दौरान बोलना है ना, जब हम उसे प्रोनाउंस कर रहे हैं तो उसको उतना टाइम मिलना चाहिए. ऑल राइट, सो Timothy was provided with two companions, Toto, the monkey, who was bold enough to pull the young tiger by the tail, young tiger by the tail, and then climb up the curtains if Timothy lost his temper. So, so funny it is. When Timothy is angry, then the monkey knew what he had to do. He would climb up the curtains. I'm sure you people are able to visualize the actions, right? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And a small mongrel puppy found on the road by grandfather. At first, Timothy appeared to be quite afraid of the puppy. Who is the puppy? Puppy is the young one of a dog. Dog. Also called as a pup also, right? So, and darted back with a spring if it came too near. Let me reread these lines. At first, Timothy appeared to be quite afraid of the puppy and darted back with a spring if it came too near. He would make absurd dashes at it with his large forepaws and then retreat to a ridiculously safe distance. Who would do all these things? Timothy. Why? Because the puppy, whenever the puppy is around, he would get afraid and would make his body language like this because he was not friendly, right? Finally, he allowed the puppy to crawl on his back and rest there. Subsequently, with the passage of time, the, this thing had changed to this level that he could crawl on his back and could rest there. Now, one of Timothy's favorite amusements was to stalk anyone who would play with him. And so, when I came to live with grandfather, I became one of the tiger's favorites. Now, the tiger could stalk the speaker with a crafty look in his glittering eyes and his body crouching. He would creep closer and closer to me. Look at the movement words creep, crouching, है ना? So suddenly, making a dash for my feet. What is this? Find out for me. Suddenly making a dash for my feet, rolling over on his back, and kicking with delight, and pretending to bite my ankles. Pretending. Who would pretend to whom? The young tiger would pretend to the speaker. Hope you are able to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, he was by this time the size of a full grown retriever, and when I took him out for walks, people on the road would give us a wide berth. बहुत लंबी सी जगह हमें मिल जाती थी जब कभी हम उसे रोड पे लेके जाते थे टहलने के लिए. Why would people give them a wide berth? Because they too would get surprised, shocked, astonished, amazed, right? When he pulled hard on his chain, when he pulled hard on his chain, I had difficulty in keeping up with him. His favorite place in the house was the drawing room, and he would make himself, now look at the keyword, started, moved or rushed suddenly, retreat, go back, stalk, move stealthily towards, crafty, cunning. Here, crafty means cunning. Retriever, a breed of dog, trained to retrieve game in hunting. Okay, retriever is here a noun, used as a noun, a breed of dog. Give us a wide berth, keep a safe distance from us. Right, so his favorite place in the whole house was the drawing room, and he would make himself comfortable on the long sofa, reclining there with great dignity and and gnarling. And gnarling, as here in this word is silent, and gnarling at anybody who tried to get him off. Timothy had clean habits and would scrub his face with his paws exactly like a cat. He slept at night in the cook's quarters and was always delighted at being let out by him in the morning. So now I believe you all people can go for the comprehension check, right? Firstly, go for the
Yes.
Firstly, go for the second one. Toto climbed up the curtains when. Take your time. I'm giving you a minute or two. Then we shall discuss this, right?